Okay, Desiree girl, I'm back with my acrylic powder. By OPI. You can buy one from any store. I have my little white towelette. You can get paper towels or you can use a little towelette. I have a bunch of these that I just cut up old towels and I use because they're less lint. And you can always, always, always wash them by themselves. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my brush, Desiree. Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. Maybe I should have put it on this side so you can see. I'm going to wet my brush as such. And I'm gonna stroll, and I'm gonna stroll it through till I get enough product, and I'm going to apply. Let me see if I can show you guys. Okay, you guys ready? All right, we're gonna go from the edge there you actually applied the nail, and sometimes it might be too dry and you might have to rework it. Like that's not a good ball. It's too dry. We're gonna try it again. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna stroll through here again, and we're gonna apply it to the part that you blended, and we're gonna just pat, and we're just gonna pat, and we're gonna pat. And if you see it moving, you just, as you do it, you take it up. And you just pat and take up. Pat and brush. Pat and brush. Pat and brush. And you make sure you get the side walls. And you pat and brush. From left to right. From right to left. Then you pat it on your little towel. And you come back. You come back again, Desiree. And you're going to drag it gently again till you get a ball. This is also my competition formula, so it dries really fast. So I have to work really fast so it will dry up. And I'm going to apply it again to the edge that I blended. But this time I'm going to work it down towards my cuticle, but not on my cuticle. And if you don't know what the cuticle is, Desiree, it's the part that I showed you that I was cleaning off of. You never want your acrylic to get there because it'll cause lifting. It really will, sweetheart. So you want to make sure. And you're going to clean your brush off, and you're going to mold your acrylic if you get any on your sides, and you're able to remove it in time. Because like I said, this is competition for me, so it's meant to dry really fast. And you're going to make a drag it again. And I got an even bigger ball. You go from medium, you go from small, medium to large. The first ball that is small is to go on the part that you blended first. Is at the bottom where you blended the nail into your actual nail. And you're going to pat, and you're going to brush. And you're going to practice this, Desiree, till you get it, girl. And I know that you can. Because you look like one of them young ladies that don't even be playing. You might not make any videos, but you look like one of those young ladies that like, okay, I'm going to do it till I get it right. And then you're going to drag it again. And you're going to get another ball. And you're going to pat it out. Yes, pat it out. Because you're going to want to make sure you reinforce those side walls. And you're going to pat it out. And you're going to brush it up. But you're going to make sure it does not get on your cuticle. That's the main thing. You don't want to get on cuticle. If you get any on top of the free edge, you can always, always, always wipe it off with the brush. And you're just going to make sure you push it in. And you're going to make sure if you got any imperfections, you can pat it like I'm doing. You can always pat and bring it in. And you can always clean the free edge off. You can go back. If you see anything that's less shadow, like I see a little shallowness over here, I'm going to pat it and I'm going to bring it up. And then I'm going to go all over the nail with it to make sure I don't waste any of my product. And I'm going to make sure, like I said, I'm going to bring this, push it in if I need to or whatever I need to do. But long as I don't get it on the cuticle. Clean up a little bit of excess yada yada I have there, guys. And I'm going to drag it again, Desiree. And I'm going to get as close as I can. And I'm going to rotate my nail. As you see me rotating my nail. And I'm going to pat and blend, pat and blend, pat and blend, pat and blend. I don't know if you can see that, Desiree, but that's what your nail should look like. You can always, and there's another trick. If you get a little bit and it's still moist, you can take your cuticle stick, the flat edge, and it can help you out also. Because see how I can move that how I want to? That's what you want. You want to be able to make it set, but you want to be able to form it how you want it formed. Like I can, whoop, I'm so heavy-handed, excuse me, y'all. I can actually bring this in just like that and push it in. Um, like I said, then you can go back if there's an imperfection. Because like I said, you're going to file over this nail or buff this nail out. Whichever one you choose to do is up to you. Some professionals file it, some professionals buff it. Just depending on how many times that the acrylic has been sifted. If it's been triple sifted, you literally can buff the whole nail. You can literally buff the whole nail out and not have to do any extra work. And as you see, I'm just, if I have anything that I missed, I'm just going to pat. And like I said, I'm going to apply it to the nail. Now, this is not the normal acrylic I use, Desiree, but because the clear you would not be able to see what I'm doing, I used a white acrylic. I usually use my other mix, but like I said, I wanted you to be able to see it. So, and the only way you was going to be able to see it, because the nails are glass nails, they're clear, you would have not been able to see anything I was doing. You'd have just been seeing me mash on the nail. You wouldn't be able to see the acrylic itself. You need to be able to see your product. Like I said, I can always go back. Sometimes they have the nail formers, if you have seen them, and they clamp them on to shape the nail, but I don't have to do that. I'm very good at with the orange stick, so I just do what I need to do with the orange stick. And we're going to wait a second and let it dry. This is what the nail's starting to look like, Desiree. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm not trying to give you the bird, but as you see, this is with white acrylic because I wanted you to be able to see that it's not on. Let me get my little pointer. It's not on the cuticle. I don't have to pull the cuticle down or push it back because I didn't touch it. There's room there. See, there's room. I didn't have to pull anything back because it didn't touch the acrylic. The acrylic didn't touch the cuticle edge. Let me turn it to the side so you guys can see. It should be thin but durable. I can't turn it any other way, guys. But this is what your whole full set should look like. And like I showed you, you can always take it and, like I said, go in with your little stick. And if you don't like something before it dries, if you have the right consistency, you can always take your little stick and form it or shape it however you wanna. So you can do that. I'm gonna let this dry for a second, and then we're gonna come back and do. Because I think it's hard enough. Well, maybe it's not. There's a reason you might need to add just a little bit more at the free edge up here. So I still have product, so I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to tap once and I'm going to get me a ball. It's a little wet, but I want it a little wet because I'm applying it to the free edge and I want to be able to pat it. Let me get close so you can see. I want to be able to pat it onto the nail. If you understand what I'm saying. I want to be. Did I get a hair on there? What I got? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to dip and pat side to side, and then I'm going to get me a ball. I got an even bigger ball this time. Like I said, your balls want to start at small, then medium. Don't go large unless you really got the hang of it because you'll waste your product and it'll be all vanilla and you'll be able to do some hell of a filing, and you don't want to do that. Because that's what comes from when people say your nails look so, they pretty, but they look so thick because some professionals use a lot of acrylic from the jump. They give you big balls because they're trying to hurry and get out your chair. But as you see, it did not take long. It took less than 15 minutes for me to put on one nail. If this was a field, I'd be done in 5. But that's what it looks like so far. So I'm going to have to let it dry for a minute before I try to shape or file. But I'm going to keep playing with it. I'm going to add another ball. I know you guys are like, well, you just said about the thick nail. But I'm looking at the top of my nail, and I want to make sure it's reinforced. And at the same time, I want to make sure that there's no cracks, no breaks, no unevenness in my nail, because I don't want that either, because that will show up under your polish. When your nail is uneven, it will show. I don't care how much you buff it out. It will show when they do your polish job. You will not see it until you're like looking down at your nail. You're like, what is that little wart looking in my nails? And it'll be because they've laid their acrylic uneven. Now, I am guilty of that from time to time. I will do that, but it will be to my nail, no one else's. When I'm in a hurry, like say I got to be somewhere in an hour, but that's what it looks like. This is what it should look like from the side. I'm going to make sure you see if you guys can see that. So that's how you're supposed to do it. Like I said, some people have variations, but the legal way is that's how you're supposed to do it. And you're supposed to have a little trash bag to put all your paper towels and all your extra stuff in. You're supposed to have an extra bottle to dispose of your excess liquid in. You pour it in the extra bottle so you can take it to a waste dump that disposes of toxic waste, because it is toxic. And once again, do not throw anything that has acrylic monomer on it in your toilet. Don't do it, because what will happen is your toilet is delivering water into the water system that they filtrate, and you drink back at your tap. You wash your clothes with whatever. You know, some people say, I don't drink anything but bottled water. All bottled water is water at your faucet that they filtered 15 million times. So just a little note to let you guys know, don't put anything in your toilet. Don't pour anything down your sink. Get a jar if you can, or like I said, I just showed you guys an extra bottle like this, and pour it back in there to use. And then when you get ready to go to the waste system, because I'm pretty sure everyone has a city dump and know where it's located, and then next to the city dump or the recycle place always has a place where they'll take it and recycle it on certain days, and they know what to do with the poisons. So yeah, don't ever put it down your toilet or pour it down your sink or outdoors either, because it'll kill your grass. It'll kill whatever the grass is laying by, and it will kill your animals if they eat that grass. And it'll mess up the wildlife. Just like battery acid and anything is antifreeze. They don't pour out. It's considered just like that. So I'm waiting here for it to dry. I'm going to do it's my acrylic dry test. And usually what you'll see professionals do is take it and they'll touch it. And if they see a little dimple, they know it's not dry. Like, I know this is not dry because it has a little dimple in it. And the way they fix the little dimple is they just go back and they take the orange stick and they do like a rolling method. They take it and just do a little rolling method where it just rolls back up the hole. This is not dry yet, so we are in the process of waiting for it to dry. And like I said, always be in a ventilated area. Always put everything in a trash bag, tie it up in 3 trash bags, and dispose of it if that's what you're going to do. Don't leave anything out for anyone to touch. So, you know, and I see Fenice has a video, I need your help please as soon as possible. Last shopping trip haul by I Am Miss PG. And by the way, once again, we're having a contest. And my crack from Much Love from Kentucky. She cracks me up, guys. She is hilarious. I'm going to watch me a YouTuber while I'm waiting for my nail to dry. So you guys don't have to sit here and wait with me. I am going to wait on my nail to dry, and I'll be back with part 2. And yes, I clean my nails because you guys are going to get a double treat. You're going to see how I design my nails. And this is how your nail is supposed to look. And this is a glass nail, and that's how come you're able to see through it. So I'll be back, guys.